Alright, everybody, hello, welcome back to Psychonauts. Let me open my drink and throw a confusion grenade. I don't think it works on. I think that's what it's going for. I'm just gonna go ahead and give him the cards. I'm a little tired today, but I wanted to get at least one of these in. I think this is the longest episode of this last batch.
This one was a real pain in the butt to get.
You just hand him the cards. He builds the tower. So I'm gonna not really say too much.
I hope these things are worth it, Edgar.
Part.
That is a...
Alright. I do have a plan for it later because, as you can tell by this
Here you go,
video,
Edgar.
time
Last
this is a
card.
long episode.
Thank you. You said you would get them, and you did. Not everyone
Indeed.
is as true to their word, you know.
Well, now you can finish your tower.
Yes. Now this can all end once and for all.
If for some reason El Odio doesn't just show up and knock the whole
Looks like
tower
you can
down.
walk right up there now, Edgar. Edgar? Edgar?
So you just go up the tower. He's not gonna. Okay, I was gonna say, he's not gonna cross out what we did. So, but you know, I'll just tell you when we get there. There's nothing really serious. Now you climb the tower. You cross everything off your to-do list. You just jump.
I knew you would save me someday. He just won't let me go. Tell me, how did you kill him?
Kill who?
El Odio.
I didn't. Edgar?
Which you would have probably known. Yeah, gotta pray to Christ. This boss fight is like laughably easy. Of course, the bull tamer or the matador, not the bull tamer. I'm just setting everything out. So easy. Do I remember what to do here? Yeah, get telekinesis. There you go. All you do, I don't even know if you technically have to throw confusion grenade at him. But
Can't get a good grip.
you can't get good grip. No, you don't even have to have him confused, it just makes life easier. But pick up the darts.
Can't get a good grip.
And just throw them.
Where?
Laughably
Thank
easy.
you for preparing the bull, my humble picador. I shall now finish this beast off easily.
Edgar, listen. There is no El Odio, no Lampita, no Dingo.
What?
You can't let the junior varsity pep squad ruin your life.
What's up with the junior?
Yeah, we were full on varsity.
Give me a G!
Gee!
Give me an
Zero
O!
physics would not fly.
They stole my happiness, my life, the state semi-finals, everything!
So, I shouldn't let it happen.
No, wait! Edgar!
Ha ha ha. He never learns.
Shake that booty.
Oh no! I can't believe I stuck full.
They're called banderillas.
I gotta get those out of there and protect Edgar. If some...
I don't actually know what happens if you let him die. This boss fight is so easy. I won't say it's impossible for him to die, but I mean, I think they're gonna get him to stop running.
Can't get a good grip.
So the first thing you do is just okay, you can still use him. That
Can't
makes
get a
life.
good grip.
You just yank him out. You can see his health shoots back up. By the looks of it, you can probably let Edgar get hit 10 times. And then as far as the matador, I think I don't know. It's only been like a week. you confuse him? Okay, no, you have to confuse him.
I am the
And then you just throw the
mighty
darts into him, because he
Elodio.
doesn't think
I
he is
have all the
Elodio.
power of the bull.
And all the...
Ow! Elodio's hit.
And he like gets stuck in it if I remember right. He's still yeah.
Can't get a good grip.
I guess if you really want the boss fight to last, you could pull more grenades out of
Look
him.
out! Here comes
Or more,
Elodio.
pull the darts back out of him.
Ow! Elodio doesn't like that.
Edgar's just like doing nothing. Okay,
Look
yeah,
out!
he has to be
Here
confused.
comes
by the looks of it.
Elodio. Ow! Right in Elodio's
Take
butt.
the hit. I'm curious if you can lit. I don't think Edgar can, but it'd be interesting if you could actually like get the kill. Because he'll charge
Look
you.
out!
I don't know what happens if he charges him while he's when he's dead owed you. Yeah, Edgar didn't even get hit there. And it flies out.
Ow! Elodio is dying.
It's really not a fight. Oh, I love his dead face.
It's all right. It's okay. We'll win the game some other day.
Please. Edgar, look at them. They're too pathetic to hurt you anymore. Can't you just let it go?
How embarrassing. I can't believe I was hung up for so long over these losers.
I always loved you more.
Down they go to where the nightmares are. Which is another weird thing about this game. The game introduces those, like... What's the here at the bottom? But yeah, I said it. Anyway, the game introduces those nightmares in Mia's mind. And then you fight some in Boyd's mind, which I don't even
Deliver
get,
this to
because
my
it doesn't seem like
patronas.
Boyd is
You
haunted
may
by what
also
he
hand
did.
him my farewell, for I am checking myself out of here. You have unchained my mind, young friend. So before I go, I'd like to show my gratitude by painting you a real work of art.
No bull?
You make light of my mental problems, and still, I have no rage. Amazing.
That's pretty much this whole game in a nutshell, making light of mental problems. And then I think he's painting us.
Hey,
No, he's
I
painting
like it.
dolls playing poker, that's
You
right.
see, the poor dumb beasts have no thumbs, so I ask you, how are they holding their cards?
I like that. This is solid, Jeff.
Sticky paws?
It should be impossible, and yet somehow they go on, playing the game. In the end, Rasputin, aren't we all just dogs playing poker?
I think I asked him again. It's the same bit. So
You
let's
see,
give it, yeah. It's a beast, they have no thumbs. So that we have all three pieces for our lobotomy costume. We just go through our items and we equip them. And yep, we got on our straight jacket, our claw, and our mask.
Greetings, Dr. Loboto. Good to see your face. I see you're wearing your favorite jacket. If I may say so, your claw is looking especially menacing today. Up to the secret laboratory, then, is it?
I will say,
Taking
I've
that up
seen
yourself this time, eh, Doctor? Less work for me.
Inmate
so
Whitehead.
Chief Orderly Bonaparte. You're...
Armed.
we have no idea what
Well, here
happened
I
to
am.
him.
Up in the tower of an abandoned insane asylum. Wearing a straitjacket. Talking to myself. Okay, enough with the disguise. The things I do for Lily's brain. Well, if I'm gonna get to the top of this thing, I'd better start hiking.
So this is the Asylum. It's like part overworld, part level. It's not really enough of either. So 9 brains, 16 psi cards, and a psi challenge method. I'm just looking at whose brains we're missing. And I just noticed now that it says the names of the people whose brains are missing, which I don't think I ever noticed while playing. Maybe I did. So I'm not a huge fan of this level. These rats all work. So when the rats run into you, they blow up and they confuse you. And so I get out shield. And it's just at the best image in the game because when you shield, also they like climb the walls. You'll see like their walking pattern is strange. I'm gonna go up through the hole. Here comes some more of them. I hear them. Look at this platforming master. And there you go. You just get stuck on the wall and you're good to go. See, you shoot them, well, they're too close, they explode. I mean, they do a lot of damage. They're doing like 4 brains on a hit. So if you shield, I think we see them climb the wall and the stairs in a minute. Let's see. After this initial exploration, I'll start my side rant because this is a whole lot of nothing, to be brutally honest. I kind of wish they just hadn't added it to the game. There's some brain.
Benny. I thought it would be smaller.
Keys. There goes another brain. What are they? Yeah. So what they do is when you bust your shield, they'll actually wait till your shield is depleted to run up to you. So they are the smartest enemy in the game. I thought we saw something. So now I'm just going back down the stairs because I thought that was like a secret room. But there's stuff I missed, of course. I'll go ahead and tell you we are going to get everything. So if you were missing missing something on this part of the game, it will be in this video. I do get everything. Watch. You know, they pierced the shield. I think. I didn't even notice that. I thought they were waiting and the shield was giving out. Which you'll see in a second. Yes, see, there's one in there. I mean, they're devastating. They're easily the most powerful enemy in the game. But, well, I'll explore. I do have something to talk about in this video that has a little bit to do with this. Not really. So, I'm going to put the backtracking video at the end of the entire update. And in that one, I'm going to rank all the levels of Psychonauts. I don't even think I'm going to talk about it. It's going to take, what do we even have, like 28 minutes? I don't think it'll take that long. But what I've got, I'm keeping an eye on the Let's Play to see if anything worth talking about happens. We have someone constantly and running away. You can see her every now and then. This whole video is just a lot of squeaking. As long as you hear that squeak, you are not safe. That's all I'm telling you. But in this episode, because I still haven't played Psychonauts 2 at this point, so in this episode I'm going to make a series of predictions for Psychonauts 2, and I've divided them into 3 groups. I think we'll do it in, so I have what I'm calling wishes. Wishes are things that I would like to see in the second one, but that I doubt will actually happen. Next is expectations. Expectations are things that I just think will happen, like or dislike. Or, well, it's either like it or I don't care. And then the last is fears, which is sort of a combination of things I expect and things I don't want to happen. But this level is super confusing. So if you feel like it's a friggin' maze, that's because it's a friggin' maze. And I should have kind of gotten that help. Okay, I can't. It's fine. So I guess I'll start first with my basic expectations. So the first one I put was I think that it will have the voices of what I call the Double Fine celebrities. So that's like Jack Black Basically, the people I think of when I think of what's the game called? Two Worlds? No. What was it? Oh, 1 second, I can find it. Where's my Steam library? What was that stupid game called by Double Fine? Oh, what in the world was it? The point and click adventure. Let's see, I'm scrolling pretty quick. Hopefully I remember it. No, it wasn't that, it wasn't that. What in the world was that stupid game called? Maybe it was called Two Worlds. 1 second.
Bobby Zilch.
Get that
I
brain.
didn't know you had a brain. Man, I wish you were here for that joke, Bobby.
Let me just go to T and see if it was called Two Worlds. It was called... No, it's not called Two Worlds. Don't worry, there's an easy solution to this. I just go like this, and I type in Double Fine click. Broken Age, that's what it was called. Basically, I think of Broken Age now, I think of Double Fine, so I expect, like, the guy who played Frodo and Jack Black to voice somebody. They're gonna get their, like, kind of hipster celebrity cameos. That is something I expect. That's... See, these rats just... I mean, if I wasn't picking up the blue health, I'd probably be dead by now. So, anyway. That's sort of something I don't care too much about. It'll be fun. It'll be annoying. It kind of takes me out of it when video game characters are voiced by celebrities. Rather, a video game character just sound like a video game character or by a voice actor. And I guess you could say, well, Jack Black's a voice actor, but I don't know. It's like, I feel like you're more of a voice actor when people know you by characters you've been more than they know your name. While some people may say, like, they know him as the Panda, the Kung Fu Panda. I think more people know him as Jack Black. The same with Frodo. Even though I call him Frodo, that's just because I'm ignorant. Versus the guy who voices Raz, where people can be like, oh, that's Billy or Invader Zim. I think it's the guy who this dude voices, but I don't know his name. But that's just me being a curmudgeon. The rats, by the way, are walking on the walls. See there how it came down the side of the wall instead of down the stairs? That's why, to me, they're just, like, impossible to deal with. But, okay, so that's my first expectation. My second expectation is that it will be more woke. We are in 2021. I've been making comments throughout the game about what I thought about certain things would or wouldn't fly anymore, like the boob jiggle we just saw from the cheerleader, whatever her name was. See, it waits. It either waits or it gets through. I can't really tell which it's doing. When I was playing, I was thinking it was waiting for me to turn it off, so I think what's happening is I'm like unclicking for 1 second and trying to re-shield before it blows up, and it's not letting me do that. You basically have to shoot them before they get to you, or get got, as far as I can tell. Maybe you can throw confusion grenades at them, but I really have no idea. But anyway, I almost said but yeah, but I caught it. But lots of butts. Anyway, I gotta move past it. I hung up every time I said the word but. Then I'll just keep saying but to try and re-segue back in. So, I think the next game will be more woke. I don't know how they're gonna get rid of the gypsy thing, but I think they're gonna find a way to get around the gypsy curse, because you can't call... I shouldn't be calling them gypsies, but I don't know if there is a modern term to call them. I just know they're scrubbing gypsies out of everything, and you can't reference gypsies as, like, curse-giving people. So, my expectation is that that will somehow be retconned. Either it'll be like, they're called Romanians, and they weren't cursed. You're cursed by, like, a cis white male. I don't know. That's a joke. I don't think they'll do that.
Maybe I should let JT have some time alone before I return this brain.
Nah. The next thing I expect is... I know there was a Psychonauts VR game. Let me look up what it was called. Okay, it was called Psychonauts in the Rhombus of Ruin. My expectation is it's going to not be... This is sort of a hope almost. Is that you will not need to have played the Rhombus of Ruin to know a lot of what is happening in Psychonauts 2. I think actually, I don't even know. I think you save Lily's dad in Rhombus of Ruin, but I think they're just gonna like gloss over that, and maybe they'll just be like, you saved the dad, and like that's all they're gonna say. So So it's at this point where I start to have to play more cautiously because now I'm like, wait, I think the rats can like one-shot me now. So you're gonna watch me be a lot more cowardly from here on out. Every time I hear that squeaking, I'm gonna like start hopping around and shooting wildly, trying to save myself. Sorry, I have a billion mosquito bites on my feet, and they're driving me crazy. I am scratching the daylights out of them. Also, these stairs are a trip. Well, that is a thing I found out you can do. Is if they, basically when they blow up, they like have to stop and then explode. So you can't run by them and let them blow themselves up. And then once they've done that, you can like run back. But I think if you let them blow themselves up, you don't get, they don't drop stuff, as opposed to if you kill them. There was something like that. I can't really remember what it was. Alright, so that's my, what is it, my third prediction? Yeah, third prediction is whatever happened in Rhombus of Ruin will be mostly glanced over and will not play a large impact because I think they will know that most people didn't play it. I'm just saving because this is so long. I think at one point I was thinking about cutting the episodes like, we'll just do this whole thing in one swoop. Alright, then next I've got, my last expectation is it will end with with a teaser for another Psychonauts game. I think a lot like Psychonauts 1, it will set up Psychonauts 3 versus this one where it set up Psychonauts 2 and then for a billion years nothing happened. And I'm very certain we'll get Psychonauts 3. Unless something crazy happens, because I don't know why we wouldn't. Next we'll do my wishes, because I have, they're all kind of like short statements, and I also don't think they're going to happen. But, so my predictions, or my wishes are, I hope figments become both more visible and don't move. I really don't think the stationary part is going to happen. I think they're going to go, oh, well, like the cool part about figments compared to coins or whatever is that they like run around the stage and you have to find them. I really hope that they realize, at least to me, that was incredibly annoying. It makes it like impossible to look for them because you don't know where to look. You don't know if you're in the right spot, or we can see whatever's going to eat. That's Terra Strong, I believe. Voice actors for everything, but especially around this time. So that's my first wish, is that figments will both be like darker colored so that they're not like pastel faded colors that blend in with everything. And then that they will also not move. My next wish that I don't think is going to happen, although this one I think of all my wishes is the most likely compared to everything else. Also, I don't know how this building works. Like, think about it, we're going up and then we're like sideways. Like, I don't know how the building sits. But anyway. There's the rats. Yeah, things get bad in a second. Yeah, I'm down to like nothing. So now's when I get spooked. I'm not like at the lowest amount of HP possible, so I start to go very slowly, trying not to get got by these rats. But luckily for me, most of them, and we see a brain over there that I'm about to try and go for, I'm gonna guess. Yep. But I'm also trying to not get got by these rats while I do it. Yeah, I'm just jumping and firing, hoping my shot finds the rats and kills them. And then I forget to hit the levitate button there. So, pro move on my part. Alright, my next guess was or my next wish is for the Banjo-Tooie start. Which, for those of you who never played Banjo-Tooie, the thing Banjo-Tooie did that most games don't do. One sec.
Good to see your brain.
What is that? Like, the mic like spiked. That was weird. That was the game audio, that wasn't me. But, so in Banjo-Tooie, you start with every single ability you already had by the end of Banjo-Kazooie. Like, out the gate, like, you should know how to use them, you used them last game, and then it just added more abilities on top of it. But you start with pretty much everything that you had. That one I think is the least likely to happen. I think it's going to end up being a lot like this game where it's like, you know, oh, well, you may know how to do it, but you don't have a license to do it. So, like, until you pass this training course stage, you can't use your Psy Blast. Like, it'll be just like that again. And you'll have to slowly go back to earning all your powers. I get very lost and confused here. This is like a very odd screen. As far as like figuring out where to go, what's the main path, what's the secret, etc. etc. And then my last wish, and it's another one that I don't think is going to happen, is I'm hoping that, yeah, this is not going to take me the full 40 minutes. At least it's going to fill air. But my last wish is that the powers you get will be more broadly useful. Like the powers in this game, it's like the Psy Blast, the Shield, and Levitation. Those are your three, basically like common, like if you're gonna have three things out, that's probably the three things you're gonna have out, except for when you have to use like the level specific thing. Like I'm doing this backwards if I remember right, and it takes me forever to figure that out. See, you're supposed to be going like up there, but I don't catch that. So right now I'm trying to just look around and go, where do you go? And I think I can flip out here because there's a route. We've already got them. Nope. I run away because I don't want to die. And then go here because I know they can't get me. But it turns out that was for the best because you may have seen him. I was spinning the screen. There's a brain like, right behind me. See? Yeah, no, I just noticed it.
Dogan Pool. I told you I'd get your
There's a
brain
boy
back.
Dogan. It's very interesting where they put him. They just like a random brain. I would have thought they have made it bigger to do a Dogan's brain. But he's just another one of the kids. So anyway, yeah, my last wish is that the powers are more broadly useful because like in this game, invisibility is okay. That's probably like the middle tier usefulness. But like clairvoyance is more like a joke than anything. Like even on the level it's on, it's barely useful. Like they make you do some stuff with it, but it's still not that great. I don't even remember the other powers. Pyrokinesis is okay. I guess if you run out of ammo, it's just supposed to be like your backup damage in case you do run out. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to get them to come down. I think here's where I really see them like walking down a wall. Yeah. There we go. That's what I wanted. I wanted to be exactly that. Alright. So then we'll get into the fun topic with 14 minutes left. My fears, the things I don't want to see, but more than likely will happen. The first, to tie into that one in the middle, we'll do this one first, is that the newfound wokeness of the game will remove the edgy humor of Psychonauts. I don't know if that'll actually happen, but I'm afraid it will. I think one thing that makes Psychonauts so good is it does have that edgy, that Invader Zim, that Billy and Mandy, you know, kiddie edgy humor. And I'm afraid in the spirit of not offending anybody, they will take that out. Or it'll be more baby humor. It'll be more like Reddit. Like if Raz calls a dog a pupper, I'm not going to be happy. If you catch my cold. If you catch my cold or whatever. Whatever's the appropriate thing to say now. So that's the number one. Number two, yeah, I just start running past them and blow up. I'm afraid I can't, like, let's see how they're not dropping anything when they're blowing themselves up. You have to shoot them to get them to drop stuff. So, yeah. So, wokeness killing all the energy and the fun of the game. Number two is pointless cameos / references to the first game. Like, you know, I like Boyd, I like the Milkman, I like Fred Bonaparte. You know, I like a lot of the characters from this game, but there's no reason for them to be in the second game. I feel like it would be forced. Like, there shouldn't be another Milkman conspiracy level. Like, his story is done. By the way, in the game right now, yeah, I was just here. I'm a little bit lost. I'm not connecting the dots that I need to be going up the spiral. So right now, I might be double checking, making sure I didn't miss anything because of how weird this section is. This one takes me a bit. But You know, as much as I would like to say I would love to see Boyd again and another Milkman level and blah 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 blah, like his story is done, and I don't think bringing him to the game actually adds anything. I think it's at the end, because what's throwing me off is I believe you can climb those wires, and it doesn't look like you should be able to, but I think that's what I figure out. As you can see, I'm doing this loop again. Because I can see that there's ropes above me, so I'm thinking there's got to be a way to get on the ropes. And I can see there's a platform up there now, so it might be... Maybe I just cheese it. I don't remember. Anyway, that's another thing. The next thing... I'll save the last one for last, because I think it's the one that'll mess it up for me the most. So the next one for my fears is that they will remove the emotional part of the game, and that, like... Basically, what a lot of these levels tell you, other than like Lungfishopolis, which is just like pure ridiculousness, is that everyone has like problems, mental problems. No matter whose brain you go to, you can see that even the people who are supposed to be like normal aren't. Oh, my computer just fell asleep, or it crashed. I hope it didn't crash. Let me make sure I'm still recording. Gotta wiggle that mouse around. Still good? We still recording? Okay, yeah, we're still recording. Awesome. Scared the shit out of me. There you go. Get some more HP. I know I end up dying once. I don't think it's here though. But my fear is that, so, you know, basically a lot of the levels in this game are sort of a look at different like mental problems, or, you know, like mental issues. And my fear would be that because you can't portray mental, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's the pro body movement. It's like what do they call that? Like headmates is what like crazy people like to tell themselves their schizophrenia is. Like my fear is that they'll be like, oh well, we can't say like being a crazy person is bad, so we're not gonna make these people crazy. That one I think they'll keep. I think they'll understand that, like, the emotional impact of that, like having the characters have screwed up stuff. But I think if they do remove it for like to be like PG and approved by all, I do think it'll ruin the game a little bit if everyone's like mind is just perfect. And then my last fear is that Rasputin will not act like a kid, because I think the one thing that makes Rasputin such a nice character is, I don't know how he's supposed to be like 10. Well, it's nice that he actually acts like a 10-year-old boy acts. Like, yeah, he's like, I want to be a secret agent or whatever, but that's such a 10-year-old boy thing. I think here's why I figured it out. Yes, I just figured it out right there. Then I see that and I'm like, okay, how am I getting back there? I'm thinking about it. You can hear my brain. You hear the gears whirring in my head. I don't think I go for it. I think I'm like, nah, oh, I do go for it. I don't get it, so you get to watch me climb this thing again. But I think if Rasputin acts like the kids in Broken Age act, I will not be pleased about it. Yeah, it's the little things he does, like the way he'll sometimes curse, but whenever he curses, he always like makes such a big deal out of himself cursing. Like how he goes like, "Are you mad I beat your ass?" Like his emphasis that he's swearing. And they might not even let him swear in the next game. I don't know. But that would be another thing that would mess it up for me. And like how when he was being there, so he'd do his little dance and he'd cheer for him. So he's just a very childish protagonist, and I think that makes him work. I can't believe I screwed up that jump. So we still got 5 minutes left of the episode, but that's fine. I'm just glad I managed to fit it all in there. Like that's what she said or something. I don't know. Sorry, I was taking a drink. But that is my hopes, my fears, my wishes for another for Psychonauts 2. I might play some tonight. I don't know what time it is.
Brain is warmer than the others.
I don't know, I might. It's hard for me to do anything else when I could just keep recording these post commentaries and knocking them out, but at the same time, doing them over. I don't know why. But like if I'm playing a game and I talk the whole time, I can do like 3 hours of playing and my voice doesn't bother me. But when it's like this commentary, it's like talking on the phone. I guess I talk more because I'm not playing the game. I'm just talking. I fill up even more air. Because by the time it's over, like I think the last time I did, I recorded 2 in a row. I mean, my voice was spent. Like my throat was ragged. I was like, eh. But is there not something down there? I guess not, because I didn't go for it. I'm pretty sure I end up with everything.
Yay! Woohoo! Crystal's brain.
Yeah, it's odd the layout they do for the brains here, because I believe the last 2 brains you get are the cheerleader kids' brains. Yeah, I die right here. I'm about to get swarmed. There's one of them coming. So I think they end up coming around that wall that I'm right beside. Yeah, so yeah, I can see them coming. Yeah, they got me this time. But it actually only respawns me like 1 foot away at full health and with full ammo. So I'm like, you know what? Good deal. I don't think we lose any of the collectibles we got. Like it's like dying just made my life so much easier. But those rats really are like the most dangerous enemy in the entire game. And I will say the one thing though about the what's it called? No, that's our Psychonauts. So that's a free level up. And I do remember missing it, and I'm trying to get there from here, and I think I just give up and just go back up. So I'm trying to land on that wall and then like jump to it. And yeah, I pay for it by nearly getting sent all the way back down. It just feels like this could have been someone's mind instead of doing this Asylum stuff, and I kind of wish it was. Just because as fun as it is to hear Shigo or Shigor or whatever her name is go like eep and then do a giant level with nothing in it but rats. I mean, I guess they had to do the brains, but I also don't feel like the brains really added that much to the game anyway. You know, just to be frank, I feel like they could have found a different way to level up your health or just not bother because really you don't need it at all. You'll see on the last level. Well, on the last level, you either die like instantly or you don't die. I'm like that's it. So 2 brains and 1 side card. So you can faintly see it there. There's like a blue chair. So you just use I already forgot the word for it. What in the world is it called? I don't even remember. You use the move with your mind thing. Levitation. I think that's what it's called though. I spent a minute there, but it's really as simple as just go above and fall in a hole in the floor.
Clem's brain.
So 1 more brain.
Cheers for brains.
But I don't know, it's not particularly, I don't feel like the brains add much, and I feel like they just kind of like dumped everywhere, and I guess they were like, let's be cute with the dialogue and blah 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 blah. But I just find it interesting that, and there's 3 brains on the top floor, but they're just sitting out. Yeah, so we have pictures of all the kids whose brains are found, and like it's just interesting to me that Dugan, his brain's just like any other brain, even though of all the other campers, he's the one you like know the most. I guess that's something I think I've said it before. It's something I wish they did better in this game. Is they don't do a very good job of making you care about these like counselor or these other kids. So like when Raz is making all these jokes about them, I'm like, oh, there's the last brain. But it's like, you know, I don't even know what we're joking about. Like, I don't know anything about it. Like I know the bullies. You know? I know the bullies, and I know the cheerleaders cheer for you, but when he's like talking about like the guys always flirting with girls, I'm like, I don't really remember that very well. That's one thing about this game too. So yeah, I see I can climb that, but I can't climb it because what I haven't figured out is you gotta slide on this rail. I'm about to because there's nowhere else to go. There we go. That's the last side card. And then we know where the last brain is, so I get a lot happier. I'm like, okay, we did it, because I really didn't want to do all this again. This seems like a terrible place to forget something. There we go, that's all the brain.
Every cell in Mill's brain is dedicated to the ladies.
To the ladies. So many of the ladies in the would not even remember it. And then we get to the top floor.
Go back down right now or you'll be very, very sorry!
Very sorry! She disappears from blasts of lightning. But I think from there I save. I think about going up, but I don't think I do. So I'm showing the video like, that's it for this episode. Join us next time when we do the next thing. Or I got a text. I'm reading the text right now, but I know I don't go any further. But that's going to do it for me. This was, I think, the longest one I had to record, and I'm going to end it right now. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Velcap Hawk. Goodbye.